Is that okay, panelists? That's the plan, isn't it? Good. Was that the second one? Or that the second one?
Canales.
No, that's not the second one. Okay. Wow. If you look at your feedback form now, you need to change the code on the internet. You need to change the code for Canalys so that you can also give feedback. The code is at the back of that ImCom. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes before I call. Is Canalys in the house? You guys, just communicate. Can people just, are you logged in? Are you logged in? You've got to go back to your feedback form, and at the back you're going to see the code for Canalys. And the code is 6JCUQ1. Okay? Show of hands, you have not.
How do we get back to the home page?
Popin.live. Popin.
Yeah, just go back and refresh.
Okay. Okay. Canalys, can we invite you forward with a round of applause for them, please?
Right, so we are Canalys Mining Solutions Limited. We are based in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This is my co-founder, Abubakar Shagari. My name is London Taylor. Today we're just going to be presenting a very quick presentation on what we've done the past few years to get our mine prepared. And we're going to talk about the potential investment opportunity towards the end. So we'll start off with who we are.
So I'll take over from here. So basically, in our board, we have a group of people who are very smart, professionals in their own right. We have myself, I'm the CEO of the company. I'm very interested in the mining sector in Nigeria. I've been all over Nigeria, I've seen mines, I've toured the nation throughout. I consider myself sort of an expert. I don't need to brand. But I'm also a returning student. I'm managing director at the Reform Managerial Society. My partner, London Taylor, he also has a we have my other partner, Amin J. Elias. He is the chairman of Kratos Group of Companies, which is an oil marketing company in Nigeria. They work up, they have about 52 different companies under them. They've made over $1 billion in revenue. We have also other professionals at the moment. We are really
So our business is more than just business. We also like to talk about our corporate social responsibility, sustainability, and stakeholder engagement. So we align our business objectives with the UN sustainability goals. Now, industry, innovation, infrastructure, this is one of the sustainable development goals. What we're doing in Nigeria, we're commercializing the gold sector and also providing for road construction projects, scholarship endowments for local youths, these sorts of things. Affordable and clean energy. We pledge to power at least 25% of our business from solar panels. Perhaps Afropod could help us out. And also, in the long-term strategy, we want to build microgrids for the local communities to be empowered through some of the things that you just mentioned. Stakeholder inclusion, we're going to confer seats, operational committee seats and finance committee seats to local elders, and these people will be able to have a say about our mining operations, and they'll be able to give us real-time feedback on, you can look at groundwater samples, for example, look at the environment. There's a lot of things we have to take into account here. Conflict-free mining, this is set up by the World Gold Council. Conflict-free, this basically means that we pledge to our investors, our shareholders, that we're not going to be involved in any violence. And this also includes strict due diligence on anybody along our gold supply chain. So what we're offering?
So here's what we have to our name right now. Our company just signed a joint venture agreement to co-explore two mines with Prolex Global Concepts. They have two mines which are working with them on. The first one is in Northwest Liko, Gurara local government, just about 40 minutes from Abuja. We also have another one too, which is also situated next to our mine in Northwest Liko. Now, we have already conducted geophysical and geomagnetic reports on these sites of ours. Now, from what we've seen, there's gold mineralization all over the sites. Also, if you go outside the site, if you see what's around, you'll see that there's a lot of people, about 200 people I would estimate, that are mining gold in the area. Now, obviously, they wouldn't be there if they didn't have evidence of gold. Now, it's one thing to speculate on what these people have, and one thing to have information that actually tells you what's there. Now, what we've done is we have a mine next to us. That mine has gold reserve estimate of about 70,000 ounces of gold. What does that mean? That means they have a resource estimate of over $70 million worth of gold. So you can just get an idea of what's over there and the potential that exists. Another advantage that we have over here is that we have a government that's also pro-business. They are encouraging people to enter the country, to invest in the country. They've given us pioneer status, which means for the next 5 years we won't have to pay any corporate tax. So that's an advantage that we have over there.
So we're offering our investors equity share in our special purpose vehicle that will be managing the mine. So for financing our first investment round, investors will receive an 8% equity share in the SPV, and from which the net profits will be derived. Interest payments as a sign of good faith to offset inflationary risks. We're offering a 2.5% interest rate on the principal amount that is potentially given to our company. Board and committee seats. If the investors so choose, they can have a little bit of influence on how we run things. Now, the amount of seats and influence, this can be debated, but as a sign of good faith, we want our investors to also have a say in what we do. Potential gold sale contract. For those of you who are familiar with commodities trading, me and Abu Bakr have people every single week bidding for our contracts to buy the gold that is mined from this area. We would also potentially be willing to negotiate with any potential investor as far as giving them a commission on whatever gold buyers they can find internationally. And this is what we require.
Yeah, so basically what we're looking for is an initial investment. Now, what's that going to do? The initial investment that we get, we're going to invest in research and development. We're going to invest in core drilling and also soil sampling. That will give us an idea of what's on ground for our particular mine. And in exchange for that, we'd like to give you this in the ordinary in the SPV.
Right, and our ask isn't just for finance. We also love the idea of this committee here and this organization offering non-financial resources. So we're specifically looking for people who have backgrounds in mining consulting, financial accounting, and anybody that has experience in geological analysis. So just a very quick outline and then we'll conclude. So for those of you who don't really know how mining works, there's a series of processes, each of which can take up to a year, maybe even more, depending on certain circumstances. Now in Nigeria, there's a rainy season, so these can also be complicated somewhat. But initially, the current funding round that we're talking about today is the Geological Exploration Program. This will entail target drilling, further geochemical lab assays, resource estimations, probing of the grams per ton concentrations, and the clustering of where the gold mineralization occurs. Now, the rest is just for your information, just to inform you guys how mining works on a long-term basis. Operational readiness and risk management. This will entail feasibility studies that take into account environmental, topography, a lot of other factors as well. Operational status, extraction of the gold, sale, conferring with our local stakeholders, receiving real-time feedback, and appointing an environmental case officer to take groundwater samples and whatnot, as I mentioned earlier. And then rehabilitation and charity. Upon the point in which Catalyst cannot mine gold at a monthly profit rate, we're going to close the mine in a sustainable way. We're going to reclaim the land, erect fences around dangerous areas, restore the original vegetation that was there, and also provide unemployment benefits to the people who are no longer employed by us so they can get back up on their feet. And we're also planning to create a sister charity for Catalyst that will plan philanthropic endeavors for years and years to come. And then last thing, sorry, I'm a bit of a lawyer, securities disclosures. But
A round of applause for them. Thank you. Wow. I need to go back to Nigeria. I hope the next business will be in UK. Because it seems that everybody's going back to Nigeria to that business. So let's make the next business here. And for the next 6 people, please, so that we can manage and go out of here on time. Let's stay within the time.